Hello and welcome to the Frost Seymour experience. My name is Paul Seymour.
I'm Nik Frost.
How you doing, Nick? How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. No, I'm only joking. I was just going to double everything up. Yeah, I'm doing all right, thanks, mate. A thrilling game of football all round, I think, today.
Yeah,
So looking good so far. We'll go straight into the Finland-Russia game, which was the early kickoff today. You saw the whole game in the entirety. What did you think?
I did. I thought it was a good game. I thought Russia played well. They played a lot better than they did in their first game. Finland, I tend to know what you're going to get from them. It's going to be very high on the effort, quality not so much. But they're also just going to give you a tough game
Yeah.
because of that. They put everything into it. The lack of quality told, really. They did have an early goal disallowed for offside. It was a nice header, actually. But
Yeah. I've
rightly
seen
ruled
that.
out.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I never really threatened again in the game. Just a lot of huffing and puffing. We couldn't blow the house down.
Yeah, so the third pig with the steel house obviously couldn't do anything. We spoke about Finland obviously before the tournament started. We did think they were going to be underdogs. Look like they're under a lot of pressure right now. I don't think they're gonna have to grasp something to get third. I don't know how, but I suppose I'll try. But yeah, so like I said, from what I've heard, I think Russia did enough to rightly deserve the 1-0. So yeah, fair play to them.
Well, of course, Finland's last game is against Belgium, so they're going to be very lucky to get anything out of that.
Unless Belgium already through and they put the reserve team out, but even then, they're probably going to be slightly better. So I think the Finnish are literally finished going forward. So,
Well,
but
unless Denmark can get a result against Russia, of course, they beat Russia.
oh yeah,
And if we presume Denmark lose to Belgium also, the three of them will be on 3 points, which is
that's a point.
very likely.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mal made. Yeah, it's an interesting group to keep an eye on, that isn't it? Group B.
So very might very well go down to goal difference there.
Yeah, be interesting one. Definitely to keep an eye on. I didn't think it would be, but I thought Belgium would literally run away with it. But we haven't seen them again tomorrow, have we? So we'll see what they're like again tomorrow. Yeah, we'll go on to Group A, Match 6, which is Turkey-Wales. What do you think of this game?
It was a good game. Wales came out the blocks flying, really. Looked like they weren't going to take the first game lying down, where everyone was a bit underwhelmed by their performance.
Yeah.
So they went from the jugular for the off. They played well. They did really played well. Turkey, they gave a good account on themselves. Turkey are pretty similar to Finland, in my opinion. You know, try hard, put the effort in. Just quality is a bit lacking, really. They've got Soyuncu at the back, but that's not going to help them too much going forward, obviously. This game showed Bale up for the divisive player he is, of course. 2 moments of absolute brilliance, and of course hit some kind of golf shot for a penalty.
Yeah, they probably thought he was in the rugby stadium for a moment, didn't they, with that penalty? Man, goodness me, it literally flew. I think the person in Rose Egg got walloped, hot dog straight in the mouth. But yeah, I agree with you. I think to be fair, I thought Turkey would do a bit more. I thought Wales gave a good account of themselves. Obviously, the 2 goals, obviously, Ramsey finally scored. He kept dropping to his knees every time he missed. I don't know if he was praying or his feet were giving up on him. I don't know. But finally, the third attempt paid off for Ramsey as he rammed the ball home. And then, obviously, the penalty miss, of course. Did you think it was a penalty?
Yeah, I'd say it was a penalty. I think so.
It was right on the edge, wasn't it? Which was you know,
on the edge, but I think it was the correct decision. How about yourself?
Yeah, I agree. I think as long as you got 1 foot in that penalty area, or especially the ball, I think there's nothing they can really give. Really, I think they had to give it, and I think he did just enough to get into that, which is fair play to Bale. Obviously, he's no amateur. He knows exactly what he's doing. So yeah, I think it was a penalty. Obviously, I wish he hadn't have took it because I suppose the guy in Rose Ed with the hot dog on his face probably wish he didn't either. But yeah, like I said, the second goal, I think they were angry, weren't they, Wales? I think after that scuffle, because there was a bit of a kickoff, wasn't there, towards the end of the game?
Yeah, there was. In the 91st minute, the Turkey striker, he bungled over one of the Wales defenders. Bit of just handbags at dawn, really. It was all over nothing. But, footballers are like.
Yes, I thought it was going to be a second red card, but it is what it is. I think the Turkish were very frustrated. I think even they know, they went in as dark horses, but Black Beauty, they are not. So unfortunately didn't go striving through the wind, and Wales come out well-deserved winners. Definitely.
Yeah. And we should mention the second goal, if no one's seen it, it was a Wales corner. Everyone's expecting them to time waste because there was seconds left.
Yeah.
And they all just took the ball, beat two men, and just slotted it across the box for the Welsh, I think, midfielder to slot in. Nice finish.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Yeah, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I know what you mean. But I thought Bale played well in those parts because he did it again just before that goal, didn't he? He was in the other corner. And he did this kind of like slick move to get past him. It was very cool. And he did it twice. I thought, like I said, Wales were angry at the end. They just wanted to finish him off, and they did. So I think that's it for Turkey, unless they can pull one out at the end against Switzerland, which we never know, because obviously the way Switzerland played tonight, we'll go on to that right now.
I think Turkey are out. I think that they're done. And unfortunately for me, they were my sweepstake team.
Oh, were they? Oh, dear.
So I think I cursed them there.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think. Yeah, there was no future for Turkey in this tournament, unfortunately. Like I said, they conceded 3 goals all tournament leading up to it. Sorry, in the group stages, did well to get there, but they can't just stay there, can they? Unfortunately for them. So that's the end of that. But yeah, we'll move on to the game. It's just finished. Italy 3, Switzerland 0. Do you think that game flattens Italy, or do you think that's or flatters Italy? Sorry, or do you think there should have been more?
Yeah, I think it flatters Switzerland, if anything. I thought the second game in a row, Italy were absolutely brilliant. For me, they're the team of the tournament by far. So far, by far.
Yes. Yeah. They've showed a good account of themselves, haven't they? I mean, a few stats are getting thrown up. It's a 10th win in a row without conceding. I think, is it the 28th or 29th win in a row, which I think they're heading just one away from 30 wins in a row, which obviously was in the 1930s. So I think Italy, again, another team that missed out on the World Cup. And we're not happy about that, which they shouldn't be for a team of that prestige. So they've come here all guns blazing, and they've done it, haven't they, really? So
we do have a comment here. Who scored for Italy? It was Immobile got the last goal in the 89th minute. That was preceding a Locatelli double.
That's right. Yeah, number 5, wasn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah, number 5 for Italy. And again, let's talk through the first goal. I thought it was a great crossing, well played by Italy. Good pass around, because he did have a goal ruled out just before this, we should mention. Unfortunately, Chiellini couldn't claim that goal. It was a handball. Ball come over. It did touch his hand or his wrist. There's no denying that, unfortunately, for him. I wanted him to get the goal because, the old school there, I'd like to see him get it. But unfortunately, never worked. But yeah, I thought and then the second goal, fantastic. Just whacked it. Slight deflection, very slight, but cracking goal.
Yeah, I think it was going in anyway.
Yeah.
Poor old Chiellini had a bad 10 minutes, didn't he? Had the goal disallowed, and then 5 minutes later, subbed off injured.
Yes, of course. Yeah, poor Curly, and he's not had the best of times at the moment. But it could be worse. He could be getting bitten, like Paul Pogba was. In fact, he was bitten once upon a time. We might just say, but not this tournament, thankfully. So, yes, hopefully he comes back in the next game to finish off Wales, or if they are going to finish off Wales, we'll see. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah, so we'll just update the Group A now. Everyone's played 2. Italy are obviously top with 6 points, 2 wins out of 2. Wales, they look like they're more than likely through now with 4 points, a win and a draw.
Yeah.
So barring an absolute miracle, they're through. Switzerland currently 3rd with 1 point, which was the draw with Wales, and then Turkey sadly rooted to the bottom on 0 points.
0 points indeed. Switzerland obviously will be playing Turkey in the final match. From what you've seen so far, who do you think has got the upper hand on this one?
Ooh, that's a tough game. I think Switzerland have probably just got and it's not by much, a little bit more quality than Turkey.
Yeah.
But I can't. I mean, for them, it's one of them. Switzerland probably need the win to get through as one of the top 3rd place teams.
Yes.
I think if Turkey win, they'll be 3 points. They'll only have 3 points anyway, and they won't get through. Yeah.
I agree. I think Turkey need to do something. But even then, they're not guaranteed a 3rd place top 4, third place. It sounds weird saying that, but I don't think they'd be good enough to get that third place. If depending on how it all finishes. I've had another chat in from Fleffner. Swiss will win 2-0. Pretty good prediction. I can't argue with that. To be fair,
says you can't see Turkey scoring. Well,
no.
Could have a Soyuncu bullet header.
Yes, indeed, could do. I think who's that striker up front? Who's is it Baku? I can't think of his name now. I do apologise if I haven't pronounced that correctly. But he's obviously was touted as this great striker. Did a lot for the French league recently, but obviously he hasn't done anything, has he? This time round. So last game to prove himself.
Indeed.
But I think Turkey I've took a great good stuff in. Anyway, moving on, Italy and Wales is next. What do you think? Obviously, both teams, like I'd say, you'd think of for Italy, definitely, obviously. But do you think Wales can get anything out? Do you think Italy will sit back, or do you think they'll go for a record?
Well, I think Italy are through now, aren't they?
They're through.
Do is second, so it's guaranteed they're through.
Yeah.
Wales, barring absolute miracle of events, are basically through as well. So both teams, with that knowledge, they might take it as a chance to rest players.
Yeah.
I think Italy will want to win the group and really put a stamp on it. So I think I'm going to go. I don't think it'll be a trouncing. I think they will rest players as well, but I think Italy will beat Wales 2-1.
2-1. You think they'll concede for the first time in so long? That's an interesting score. Do you know what? I was thinking either 2-0 or 2-1 myself. I was going to sit on the fence and go 2-0, but now you've said that, I probably tend to agree with you more. I think Italy will win. I think Wales won't be trounced, like you say, but I don't think. I think both teams will qualify. Italy already will anyway, but I think Wales will do it. So. But yeah, so obviously on to tomorrow's fixtures, which is it Group? You have a Group B fixture?
It is. So we've got Group B, the second game in Group B, which is Denmark-Belgium. Big game.
Yes, that will be a massive game, really, won't it?
Yeah, I think in any other circumstances, I'd be expecting a very simple Belgium win here. Yeah. But obviously, with events that unfolded in the first game, I think Denmark are going to go into this. They're going to be putting everything they've got into it. I could see them nicking a draw here.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I think Denmark will turn up. They'll want to fight, and especially, from what they've been through. I still don't think that game the other day should have been played on that same day. I think they should have given them a bit of time to recuperate their thoughts, even. But it's what it was, unfortunately for them. So. I think that Denmark will put a good account of themselves, but I still think Belgium will be too strong for them. I think Belgium will win that game. I just think they're just very powerful at the moment. Belgium. I think they're not like Italy and showing off, but they will. I think there's something about Belgium we've got to watch. So Anyway, what was the other one? Is it Group C?
It is. We go to Group C. 2:00. We have the Ukraine against North Macedonia.
Ooh. Okay.
It's not a game that's screams classic.
No, poor North Macedonia. They turned up, bless them. But it doesn't scream classic. No,
I'm going to go with this. Is going to be the damp squib of the week, I'm afraid.
Okay.
0-0.
0-0 that one.
Mind you, saying that, Ukraine were involved in a classic, weren't they, with Netherlands, of course?
They were indeed. I thought they made a good count of themselves. I think they didn't bow down. They nearly won it. In some stages, they could have. They could come back from 2 down. They had the opportunity to win it, and obviously didn't. And the Netherlands did take the opportunity. I think Ukraine will be comfortable winners here, 3-0.
3-0.
Yes, damn squid of the week. No more. And obviously the final game is it Austria?
It is Austria against the Netherlands.
Netherlands, yes, of course, yes.
Got to assume it's going to be a straightforward Netherlands win, I would have thought.
Yeah, I think the Dutch are, again, they're very similar to Italy, haven't they? They've been out of a few tournaments, though. They're worse. So obviously they're going to look to improve, especially in defence. They've got to. The goal they conceded the other day, the way they pushed back for the first goal, I thought, that could have been done better. But it's what it is. I do think Netherlands will come out straightforward winners on that one, though.
A comment from James.
Oh, yes.
Goran Pandev will prove us wrong, the Macedonian player.
Ah, right. I'd like so, James. I'd like so. I really would. I think I love North Macedonia to do something. It'd be great. Yeah, that would be interesting to watch. No, I'd be fully behind that.
Okay, well, that sums up tomorrow's games.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more to add. I think that was pretty much straightforward games today, and no comebacks. I don't think there's been any comebacks really, has there? Obviously, Ukraine tried, but that was a failure.
Yeah, I think all of today's games were pretty predictable results. Yeah, I mean, if you look to these fixtures pre-hand, you would have picked those as the results.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
but still, good football on show.
It is. It's nice to watch. So obviously, we'll be back tomorrow evening around about the same time again, and we will catch up with everyone there. Thank you again, once again, to Fleffinator and James, who's joined us with the comments. I appreciate that. And for everyone else who dipped in and out, I appreciate you watching too. So until the next time, take care of yourselves. Is that, guys?